You're under a lot of controversy right now with the LA County Sheriff.
Yeah,
So do you want to tell your side of the story?
yes, I do. Uh, Let me take you back to what first happened.
Okay.
I believe it was July 12th. One of my generators broke down, and I went to Lincoln Hardware to see a guy named Pat to get it repaired. Well, in the parking lot, working on the part of the generator to be repaired, I was with a guy named Pat and a guy named Ken when two Los Angeles County deputy sheriffs pulled up. They got out of their car, walked up to us, and asked us what we were doing. I explained that we were working on a part for a generator. Without reason, the deputy instructed all three of us to walk to his car and put our hands on the hood. I asked him why. He said, this is a burglary investigation. I said, well, I haven't did anything for you to search me. I don't mind you searching me for weapons, but not putting your hands in my pocket. He said, just put your hands on the car. I put my hands on the car, and he went through my pockets, took my money, took my keys, wallet, put them on top of the hood. I think I had something like $7,000, $8,000 in my pocket right then. He handcuffed me, put me in the back of his car. I asked him, who was that? I asked him to call his supervisor. He refused. I had to call him. I had to ask him about 7, 8 times to call the supervisor. Finally, he said, I will. Well, when his supervisor got there, he came to the car, asked me what happened. I explained it to him. He says, well, I can't deal with this. I'm going to have to call another supervisor, the sergeant of narcotics. About 20 minutes later, this lady comes, says she's the sergeant of narcotics. She says, her exact words, well, look, I'm going to keep it clean with you. This is a high crime area where drugs are being sold in this parking lot. We've had it under surveillance. My question to her was, well, did you have it under surveillance today? She said, yes. I said, did you see me? She said, yes. I said, what was I doing? She said, you were working on something. Well, if I was working on something, where does the burglary investigation come in at? She said, well, I don't know nothing about that. Okay. Even after this, they proceeded to search my car with no probable cause at all.
Stop and frisk.
My car was sitting in the lot. After they searched me, after I talked to the sergeant, and we cleared up why I was there, they searched my car, tore it up. Then gave me my money back, my property back, and let me go. Now this happened on July 12th. Since then, I've seen the deputy sheriffs around here riding up and down the street where my business is, and I haven't had nothing to say to them. They haven't had to say nothing to me until July 22nd. July 22nd, I was driving westbound on Vernon Avenue. When I got to the middle of the block between 6th and 5th and 6th, a car backed out, blocking my way. Then another black and white came behind me and blocked my way. Occupants of both cars got out, ran up to my car, snatched me out the car, placed me in handcuffs, and put me back in the back of the police cruiser. The sergeant instructed his deputy to drive my car to 740 Vernon, and we followed. When I got there, the sergeant came to the car and says, who lived at 740 Vernon? I said, my cousin does. He said, what's her name? I told him. What's her phone number? I told him. He said, where do you live? I said, I live on 3rd Street. I'm homeless. He said, well, what are you doing in the yard? I said, I come here to get water. Fill my water jugs up. I may come here to cut the grass. I may come here to water the lawn. I may come here to shower. This is my cousin's house. I don't live here. He said, well, we're going to kick the door in. I said, you going to do what? He said, I'm going to kick the door in. We got a warrant. So they took a battering ram, knocked their door in. There was about 17 of them. They all went in, searched the house, searched the yard, came back out, called another police department, ordered a canine dog, took the canine dog in, searched the house, searched the yard, found nothing. When my cousin asked the sergeant, why you kicked her door in, he said, Gary Featherstone was in your yard. What does me being in this yard have to do with her house? Now, before I go any further, let me get into this. The search warrant. The search warrant that he presented my cousin had no name on it. Not my name, not my cousin's name. Second, the search warrant did not specifically indicate what they were looking for. Search warrant didn't say, we're looking for drugs, we're looking for stolen property, we're looking for forged checks. It said nothing. It was just a blanket piece of paper giving the sheriff the authority to look for anything he wanted to. Now, what I'm not understanding, if I'm the cause of him kicking the door in, why wasn't my name on the search warrant? My cousin is a 40-year employee for the Los Angeles County, never broken the law in her life, has to come home, and this man has just so arrogantly kicked her door in. And had no feelings about it at all. And the only thing he had to say was, keep him out of your yard.
Wow.
I can go in that yard anytime I want to. That does not give him probable cause to kick the door in. Now, after they didn't find nothing there, they got all the car and transported me back over here to 3rd Street where my business is at, where he had another warrant. This warrant also didn't have a name on it. This warrant also didn't specifically say what they were looking for. They came in here, they searched the place, they found nothing. If you read the warrant, this is the only area they gave him permission to search. From my understanding, they went along this wall here, searched this wall, up under the tables, searched that tent, went through that tent to the other side.
Okay, other side.
Yes. So I'm told that they found something behind under one of these tables. Well, these tables are used for the homeless. They come here, they get their food, they come here, they use the microwave. This is an uncontrolled area. Anybody has access to this area. Why they charge me with the PCP they allegedly found, I have no idea.
Because people are saying, how did you get all that money?
It's very simple. One second. First of all, I was going to buy a catering truck. I went to the bank. I took out $7,500 out of my bank account. Here's the statement right here.
Okay, so this is your money.
My money.
And they got the money?
Yes. I took it out of Wells Fargo's bank.
And how'd you get that money?
How'd I get it?
Yeah.
It was a loan.
Yeah.
I got a $20,000 loan.
Okay.
Now, second, on the 19th, I believe, let me see here. On July 19th, I went to the Hollywood Casino. I hit the jackpot.
It doesn't have your name, I mean your address or nothing on it, right?
Well, it has my picture right
Okay,
there.
So this is from the casino?
Yeah.
And you won?
$8,600. I hit the jackpot.
Kidding?
No.
Wow. So that explains the money then?
Yes.
So they're trying to say, KTLA has an article allegedly that you're some kind of a big-time drug dealer.
They're lying.
Yeah.
Now, the good thing about this is when the police stopped me on July the 12th, I had that same $7,500 in my pocket.
Wow.
This $7,500 right here.
Oh, so that's from the same?
Same thing.
So you gamble a lot?
Yes.
And you got really lucky on that one. You got lucky on that one.
Well, I hit the jackpot. The jackpot was worth $43,000.
Wow.
My cut was $8,600.
How's that possible? I mean, you split it with somebody or something?
Well, I won the pot. The person coming second gets 40% of the pot.
Okay, I got you.
I get half of what he get, then the rest of the table splits the remainder.
So they have the money, but you show me that it's legal money. So how come you don't have it back?
They took it. Now here's my problem. They claim I had $15,000. I had more than $15,000. When I got to jail, I asked the deputies, can you please count my money in front of me with a supervisor and give me a receipt for it? They told me no. We're going to throw your money in a Ziploc bag and that's where your money going to stay.
Wow.
So when I go down to get my money, I'm not going to know how much money I have.
Yeah.
Neither will they. Because they didn't follow the procedure every other police department follows, like counting the money with the supervisor present. That type of money. Almost $20,000.
Mm.
That belongs to me, every dime. Now, the other thing is, there's also a rumor that they found a $15,000 worth of PCP. Listen, man, that's another lie. See, I didn't understand at first why this was getting so much publicity. This just blew off the chain. ABC, NBC, KTLA, this group. Everybody is, even the sheriff was commenting on this. A lowly drug bust that garnered this much attention. Why? I tell you why. Los Angeles County Sheriff Deputy was sent down here for one reason. To gather publicity for the sheriff.
Yes.
See, here's the thing. You can't blame Los Angeles Police Department. You can't blame the Los Angeles City Council for the homeless problem. Sheriffs can't solve it neither. This problem is deep-rooted. It's going to take a while to solve it. That's why they don't mess with the homeless no more.
And you live on 3rd and Rose,
yes.
And your enterprise is called Homeless Enterprise?
Homeless Enterprise.
And what do you do exactly?
I feed the homeless every day. We clean up these streets every day. Now, the problem is, why this sheriff is getting so much publicity, you have these folks around here that don't like the homeless. They want to get rid of the homeless by any means necessary. You know.
That's the rich crowd that just moved in.
The rich crowd. That's exactly what it is. Then you have these fake-ass homeless advocates like Lisa Redmond. She really doesn't care about the homeless.
Yeah, I heard that basically she made some false allegations against you. She said you were doing hooking here and selling drugs.
Well, she not only that, she made them against another lady by the name of Laddie. Another lady, she just made a whole bunch of allegations. None of them true. But we just kept on. We didn't even say nothing to her until this last time that she went on the air talking about they need to make me leave here and I don't need to be here and whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. I'm not going anywhere.
Because I was on the beach the other day and a woman was talking to me. I didn't know who she was. I never met her. Mm-hmm. And then during the interview, she said her name was Redmond. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So I didn't know who she was. So she gave me a little. She didn't mention you or anything. She acted like she was being nice. But I'm hearing bad things about her.
Well, here's the thing, man. We've been down here for months. We done heard allegation after allegation after allegation. And we think it was Lisa Redmond that set this in motion. Because when she went on the air and saying that I need to be removed, that's when things started happening.
Okay.
You know, sheriffs know that wasn't my PCP.
Do you use narcotics? I have to ask. Nothing?
I haven't used narcotics, man, in a long time.
Do you drink?
Every now and then.
Yeah. Okay. So we got that out of the way.
Yeah.
So I had to ask that.
I drink beer.
Okay. In moderation.
Yes. The only thing I know is I believe the sheriff is doing this for publicity because he even commented on me. A lonely person on me. And matter of fact, the sergeant told my cousin, well, why would you let a guy like that in your yard with his background? You know, my cousin, it's my cousin.
Well, you belong to a really great family, the Featherstones, right?
Yeah.
And you guys had a barbecue place on Albert Kenny?
Yes.
For how many years?
Quite a few years, since 1988 to
Wow.
2013. They named Oakwood Park after my father.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, because he was the winningest baseball coach in Los Angeles.
Wow.
And I seen somebody comment on there, they're serving snacks and smack. You know, everybody think this is a joke, especially rich people. You know, because they don't give a damn if they get rid of the homeless or not.
Oh, yeah.
But the problem is what they don't understand, when the sheriff leave and the deputies leave, the homeless will still be here.
And the mentally ill.
Yeah. See, People have this misconception that you're going to just go get these homeless and put them in hotels and motels and everything's going to be fine. No. These people have mental issues. They have drug problems. They have dual problems. You're not going to put a drug addict and a mentally ill person in a hotel and motel and it's going to work. It didn't work before.
So what is the solution?
Well, I don't know what the solution is. What I think you should do, I think you should build structures to house the homeless. And in these structures, you need doctors, you need drug counselors, you need psychiatrists. These people need help.
Yeah.
You know, I had one guy go to a hotel and pitch his tent in the living room of the hotel.
That's amazing.
Yeah. I mean, every day there's different issues here, man. There's fights, there's assaults. You know, we take care of more of this ourselves than they call the police. LAPD, no.
LAPD is not really, they haven't been really enforcing anything over here?
Who?
LAPD?
LAPD enforce the law every day.
Okay.
The problem is they're doing it legally.
Okay.
That's the difference between LAPD and the Sheriff Department. LAPD, they can't make these kind of arrests that the Sheriff is doing because the Sheriff is doing them illegally.
Yeah, that's the history.
Let me give you an example. We have a guy that left here in his truck and they followed him. When he got to 6th and Sunset, he rolled the stop sign. Traffic violation. When he pulled up in front of his house, they pulled up behind him, jumped out, ran up to his truck, and snatched him out of his truck. Handcuffed him. I don't understand that.
And that interview will be in the description of this video when it's over.
You already, I think you interviewed that guy, William.
I did. It's going to be in the description.
Yeah. The other thing, this guy that works right down here from Urban Acme that runs the bathroom, they just pulled up to him while he's at work, handcuffed him, put him in the back of their car, searched his car, claimed they found some drugs, took him to jail.
And I heard he got out. He got right out.
Got right out. Everybody that they take to jail is out within 2 hours.
Wow, man.
So how are they? I'm not understanding. What are they doing?
And have you been charged with anything?
I've been charged with possession and sale of PCP.
Okay. But you got right out. You got out the same day.
A couple hours later.
Yeah.
Why would anybody that is in possession of $15,000 worth of PCP and $20,000 worth of cash be cited out of jail?
With no bail. I mean, there's no money. You just got out on your own.
Yeah, they just let me out.
Wow.
Everybody that they take to jail, they just let out. So I'm not understanding the deterrent. What are they doing? If you're going to take a person to jail and you let him out in a couple of hours, what are they doing? Nobody stays in jail.
Right.
They're right back out here.
And I hear that he's going to Santa Monica next, the sheriff.
The sheriff is trying to get publicity any way he can.
So
Let me explain something to you about the sheriff, man. This sheriff, before he was sheriff, before he retired, the highest rank he ever achieved was lieutenant. You've never heard of a lieutenant becoming sheriff.
No.
The man he ran against had 40 years experience. And he beat him. You know why he beat him? There was one reason, the Hispanic vote. That is the only reason he won. Not because of his experience. As soon as he took office, he started getting in trouble. If the county supervisor could have fired him, they'd have fired him a long time ago. Now he's trying to clean up his act.
He kind of reminds you of Donald Trump in a way, because he does all that stuff online.
Exactly. Exactly. And he's got these people out here hoodwinked.
Yeah, he does, yeah.
You know, he's got these folks out here who, like, he's really doing something. He's violating the law every single day.
Killing people and all over the place.
Oh, yes. Listen, man. If his deputies can come out here and break the law every day and don't care, he has to know.
You got to know
what they're doing.
I'm sure he does.
And he doesn't care.
Because he has two groups. He has the outreach program on the beach.
Yes.
And then he has these cops that patrol this area here.
Now, I'll tell you something else. My cousin called his office, the sheriff's office, this morning and talked to his lieutenant. And when she explained it, he said, there must be a mistake. Because that group is not supposed to be out there like that. They're supposed to be on the beach.
Yeah.
Well, they're not on the beach. They're in the neighborhood, causing chaos.
Chaos. Because I caught them on a couple of stop and frisk on the beach.
Know,
and they're stopping people and then they're cuffing them, putting them in the car without any reasonable suspicion. I've got that myself. It's awful. It's horrible.
Uh, all I want to say is to people of Venice, don't judge me until you hear all the facts. The story's going to come out. And when it comes out, don't be surprised at what I'm telling you. At no time did they find drugs in my cousin's house. Did they find drugs in my tent? You know, that's what they had a search warrant for, and I was clean.
And you got and the money you had on you, you proved where it came from.
They know where the money came from.
No, but you just showed us where it came from.
Yeah, they know where it came from the first time they stopped me. They know where it came from. And here's another thing. They gave me $800 something back.
Oh, wow.
The night the night they let me out. They gave me $800 something back.
Why not give you all the money back?
I have no idea.
So, are you seeking a lawyer now?
I already have one.
Okay. Are you going to sue?
Who?
Sue the sheriffs?
Am I going to sue the sheriff?
Yeah.
Let me put it this way. I've done a lot of things my whole life. Police have done things to me, but never in my life have I seen a police department that's out of control like the sheriff department. I'm going to do something. That man does not need to be sheriff.
Yeah.
At all. Anybody that can control these people does not need to be sheriff. When he first became sheriff, they told him he had gangs running through his department. He did nothing. Absolutely nothing. So I know he's not going to do nothing about this problem here.
So, have you seen them since?
Who?
Sheriffs.
No.
They haven't come to the block at all?
No, I haven't seen them.
And so what, do you think they're going to keep harassing you, or you think they're going to die down?
It really doesn't matter. I'm not going nowhere.
Yeah.
I'm not going nowhere at all.
What about the door that they destroyed at your cousin's house?
It's been replaced. We put a metal screen door on it. You know, that's what has me upset. You know, I could care less about you coming after me. Police been coming after me all my life. But when you get a law-abiding citizen that has been working on a job for 40 years that don't bother nobody, and you just go kick a door in for no reason at all, other than you seen me in the yard, you're absolutely wrong, man. You're wrong. You know, you tried to apologize. You violated her sanity, man.
Because I've seen the sheriffs here before, and they seem to be like, they were like good with you. You know, the sergeant.
Yeah, well, you know, you can't link them all in there.
Okay.
This is, see, when I got in this first incident at the hardware store, this sergeant came to the scene. And then we communicated all right. And I guess that's why he said, I'm going to get another supervisor to do this. Instead of taking care of his people himself. You know, and don't get me wrong, all of them ain't bad.
Yeah.
But you got quite a few of them that are. And they will tell you, we're from the sheriff department, we do what we want to do. That's a bad thing to say, man. That's scary when they tell you we can take the law in our own hands and we can kill you and get away with it. And I honestly believe it. They've did it before.
Why is LAPD allowing this? I mean, LAPD Pacific Division.
I asked them the other night, and I sat out there and I talked to them for 30 minutes, and this is what they told me. They said, the city is the lowest person on the totem pole.
Oh, man.
He said it's the city, the county, then the state.
Okay.
He said our chief has 4 stars. The sheriff has 5.
Okay.
He says, all we can do is our job. And I asked him, I said, if you see the sheriff do something wrong, why don't you arrest him? He said, he can't do it. You know, the problem is this, man, when I knew something was wrong, a lot of people are not going to understand this. They don't know the ins and outs of law enforcement. It is very, very disrespectful for the sheriff to send his people into LAPD's area. That's just like calling the police chief an incompetent son of a bitch.
Yeah, that's because I never seen. I've been living in over 30 years here.
This is the problem people don't understand. Everybody telling me, well, the sheriff has the right to do it. The sheriff has never been down here before.
Never.
Ever.
Yeah.
Now, all of a sudden, why do you think he's sending them down here now? Do you think it's just a fucking coincidence that he's just sending them down here now? Holmes has been here for years.
Yeah. Re-election.
Yes. Election. His election. This ain't no accident. LAPD do their job every day. They just don't do their job the same way the sheriffs do. They don't trample on probable cause and civil liberties.
And your homeless encampment is all around Google headquarters.
Yes. All around Google headquarters.
So have you had any problems with Google?
Never.
They work with you, right?
Yes. Google, Gold's Gym, storage facility. We don't have no problems with them.
Because Snapchat, they got thrown out of business. Snapchat.
Mm-hmm.
They had all these security guards violating people's rights on public property. Do you remember that?
Yes, but see, over here, these people don't mess with those security guards, and we won't tolerate it. See, for the most part, we take care of things ourselves. We're not going to let you mess with the security guards. We're not going to let you mess with these storage people. They got a job to do. You know, if they need some assistance, we're going to give it to them. If we need some, they're always there for us.
Yes.
You know, we got people come down here every week, man, set up tents, feed these people just like we do. You know, now the thing is this homeless advocate we had, Lisa Redmond, I mean, if that's what she was, she come down here maybe once a week and bring some oatmeal and coffee. You know, hey man, we feed these people food.
Do you still talk to Lisa Redmond?
No. No, not at all.
But she still comes around?
Every now and then.
What about
She's no longer the homeless ambassador.
who is now?
We have no idea.
What about Peggy Kennedy? Do you get along with her?
I get along fine with Peggy. See, here's the problem, man, is that we have a lot of problems with the city too. This is where this started from. The city coming over here trying to take people's gas cans and generators and all of this. And what them told me, I'll take what I want to take. I said, no, you won't take what you want to take from me. I don't give a damn who you work for. And I told the police the same thing. You're not just going to take what you want to take from me. The only thing the sanitation man does, and the only thing he has to do, is pick up the trash and leave. That's all he has to do. We clean these streets. Not him. None of them. Sanitation don't clean these streets. But here's the problem. Sanitation has took on a whole new job. Now, sanitation is measuring people's tent to make sure they're 36 inches from the curb. I've never heard of that. Sanitation. What is their job?
Well, I'm out there recording them at night. It seems like they just take your stuff, and you can't get it once they tape out the
Well, not
area.
only that, now they're coming by telling them, well, you have to knock your tent down from 6 to 9 at night. You know, I talked to LAPD. I say, man, why are they doing that? He said, to harass the homeless. That's all these little maneuvers are, is to harass the homeless, man. If you move these tents back, every one of these tents back 36 inches, there still wouldn't be a clear walkway. It's impossible. But what they're not telling you, they don't go tell all these vendors and people that's selling stoves on the street to back their shit up 36 inches so they can have a walkway. They don't go around and take the vendors' gas cans and generators like they're trying to do the homeless. And because I speak up, I'm the bad guy.
Yes, you're a target.
Yes. I don't care about being a target. I've been here 65 years and been a target. But one thing you're not going to do to me is tell me you're going to take what you want to take from me. I wouldn't give a damn who you are. You're not going to do it. And if you work for the city, that is the wrong thing for you to say in the first place.
Yeah, it's not good.
You know, the other thing is they put these green trash cans out there that don't hold no trash. Now we got to put trash all around the cans and bags.
Wow.
It seems like they're making it harder for us. You know, if you look at these trash cans, they said they're rat-proof. I don't understand that. Rat-proof. What, you don't want rats to get in the can? Well, if you leave the trash out around the can, that's where the rats are going to go.
Yeah.
These trash cans are like mailboxes. You can't get nothing in them.
Wow.
You know, there's a lot of frustration, man, here with the homeless. Don't get me wrong, man. I've been down there for months. And I have talked to the fire chief. I have talked to doctors. I have talked to philanthropists. And they like what I got to say because I'm going to tell you the truth about the homeless. You know, I don't want nobody to ever get it fucked up and confused about the homeless. All of them are not saints. A lot of them rob, pillage, steal, just like a normal criminal. You know, it's rough out here. But then you have those that are really rightly homeless. And for the life of me, let me give you an example. I got a woman over here that's been over here for months. She is the only one on this block that goes to work every day and come home. And she's still here on the street.
Wow.
Can't get no motel room. Can't get no apartment. I mean, I don't understand. I thought this is what we want. Somebody that's not on drugs,
Yeah.
that's leading a normal life, that's working, but she can't get rewarded for it. But then again, you got this shelter over here, which is a joke.
You mean the it's called, what's it called? It's called the A Bridge Home.
It's a joke.
Somebody just died over there a few days ago.
I don't doubt it. It's a joke.
Overdose in the bathroom.
I don't doubt. See, here's the problem with this, man, about this shelter. You have people living in the shelter, and those same people live out here in a tent. They're living in both places.
Well, yeah.
In both places.
Wow.
They know it. This has been brought to their attention. They ain't got no curfew. They run in and out of the shelter all day and all night. Come out here, get drugs, go back in the shelter.
Okay.
So you wonder why somebody OD in the shelter.
That's the 5th death I heard this year.
Yeah, but see, there's no program in the shelter, man. I thought a shelter was for the person to go, clean himself up, have a place to live, and get his life straight. You know, I don't understand how you can still be doing drugs and be in the shelter.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
Don't make no sense to me at all.
Yeah.
You know, they have people running the shelter that have no idea what they're doing. None. How does a person OD in the shelter? You're not drug tested, you're not doing nothing. You know, you think you just because you provide them a bed, it's okay. What happens when the bed is gone? They still got the same mentality, mind messed up, same, still on drugs. You've accomplished nothing.
Yes.
I mean, absolutely nothing. And you let them run in and out, in and out, in and out. What's happening with the people that's in the shelter that are trying to do right? See, if you know anything about a drug program, they have what they call triggers. Triggers are things that trigger a person's cravings for drugs. When you have people over there that are not using drugs, and you got people coming in that are using drugs, that's a trigger. You might see drugs, a needle, a lighter, a pipe, that's a trigger.
Yeah.
So why would you let the clean people and the dirty people mingle together in the same facility? I don't understand that. I mean, and you wonder why people die? The fire department is over there every day. Every single day, the fire department is there.
Mm.
And we're fixing to do something about it because this shelter is not being run right. It's not being run by the right people. And we just don't know how it's being run the way it's ran. I mean, it's simple. You look at it every day. I have, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 people on this block in tents that are assigned to the shelter.
Wow, that's amazing.
Amazing.
Yeah. Because you would think they're in the shelter.
Well, the shelter knows it. The city knows it. Everybody knows it. And when I bring it to their attention, you know what they tell me? We're working on it.
Wow.
We're giving enough time to get their property together. It's been months. How long did it take you to get your property together to move to the shelter? If you want to live in a tent, live in a tent. Give somebody that bed that want to live in that bed.
Good point.
You know, so why I'm stirring up the pot, they're turning the police on me, man.
Yeah, you're actually a target.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I ain't going nowhere. So you can let Lisa Redmond and the rest of them know I'm here to stay, man.
And you have a lawyer now, right?
Oh, yes, I ain't going
Okay.
nowhere. And I wait for my day in court. If he comes, you know, they can send the deputies after me all they want. But I guarantee you, sooner or later, they're going to get tired of breaking the law. And sooner or later, somebody going to do something about it.
Well, what's your thoughts on the Channel 5 story about you?
Channel 5.
KTLA.
Well, you know, I'm just, you know, I think that's just a biased news organization because As soon as I heard it, I called Channel 5 twice. Told them who I was. Would you like to hear my side of the story? We'll get back to you.
Wow.
I haven't heard nothing yet, but it's okay. It's okay, because when the truth come out, Channel 5 will be coming out. I don't want to talk to them.
Yeah.
You know, right now I'm working on informing every news agency, every legal organization I can to know what the sheriff deputies are doing down here. You know, Sheriff, what's his name? Villanueva?
Yes.
He should have left me alone. I don't think he's fit to be sheriff. If you letting your deputies run around here like you're doing, but he's going to have a good story for you.
Yeah, because there's two groups. There's the ones on the boardwalk. That's the outreach program, and then it's the Renegades.
Outreach program. What are they doing? What outreach? How?
Allegedly,
what are they doing?
I guess they travel around with a pastor, and he offers
And
tickets.
do what?
He offers tickets to your home state, a bus ticket.
To your home state.
Yeah.
So you're trying to send homeless people back to where they came from.
Correct.
Okay, and that's going to solve the problem, huh?
Well, he thinks it's going to solve the problem. But, it's not a good
Do
idea.
you know how many people I know that done left and went home and come back?
I know a few too, yeah.
You know, somebody said that they done cleaned the beach up. Do you really think that beach is going to stay like that?
No, I mean, the tents may be gone, but they're going to the homeless have always been there.
And they're coming back.
And back then, when I was young, they called them hippies.
Yes. It's been a homeless problem in Venice for years.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden, it's just now come to the attention of the Los Angeles County Sheriff. Isn't that fucking amazing? They've had homeless problem for years. And all of a sudden, in 2021, Sheriff, was it Villanueva, is that his name?
Yeah.
I'm going to take care of the problem. I'm telling you, he's finna pack up and leave whenever he does, and this problem is still going to persist.
Well, he states now he's going to hit Santa Monica next.
And do what?
He says that the store owners called him, and he's going to get rid of all the homeless in Santa Monica.
The store owners called him.
That's what he claims.
Well, I believe he'll do it. I believe he'll do it, but he'll do it illegally.
Yeah.
See, that's what people don't fail to realize. Do you think Santa Monica wants these homeless people in the storefronts and all these areas? No. But they can only do so much within the law.
Yeah.
See, Santa Monica has a city council. Los Angeles City has a city council. The difference between them and the sheriff is an elected official. The county board of supervisors can't do nothing. They would like to fine, but they can't. So he gets to do what he wants to do.
It's unbelievable that he can do that.
Well, we're going to contact the federal people, and we're going to see what the Department of Justice say. You know, this guy is out of control.
Because I remember there was two black guys on bikes at the beach, and they stopped them, and they cuffed them, put them in the police car, and tried to get something on them, but they couldn't find nothing on them. They let them go. That was stop and frisk, and that was illegal. You can't
But
stop.
it's not legal.
Yeah, you can't. No, you can't stop somebody for no reason.
You know, you can't put the cuffs on nobody and put them in your car for no reason at all. You know, and this is being done every single day by the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department. All I can tell you is I'm here, I'm an advocate for the homeless, and I'm not going anywhere. I appreciate you coming by and giving me this interview. I want to thank you.
It's a pleasure, Gary. Featherstone. You're
Thank
great.
you.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay, that was live.